What's up, my sugies? Ashley here, and in today's video we are going to be talking all about 2022 design trends. I have put together a list of design trends that are going to be popular and trending for the year of 2022, as well as some nice visual representations from my home and some amazing pictures off the internet. So if you're interested in seeing the design trends for 2022, then just keep watching. All right, you guys, before we get into the video, I wanted to show you this amazing sofa. If you follow me on Instagram, you have seen this sofa and it is so amazing. This is by Albany Park. It is the Park sofa. It is in the boucle fabric, of course, with the black legs. This is the quintessential sofa. I love the texture of this material. It is so amazing, so full of texture and lots of dimension. As you can see, there is lots of different layers of texture, which I absolutely love. This couch comes in 7 different colors, so if you do not like the boucle color or fabric, then there are tons to choose from, as well as the legs. There are 2 colors to choose from, the black and the gold. So if you are looking for a nice, smaller, more sleek, modern, clean looking sofa, then this is definitely a great option for you. I was looking for some sort of seating in my beauty room, something that I could lay some clothes on, something that I could film with, something that I could be comfortable with, and this really is the perfect size. So size wise, I will leave all the dimensions in the description box down below, but it is a little bit bigger than a love seat size. The depth on this is what I really love. If you were to take these pillows off, there definitely is a good amount of depth. And then as far as length, I would say, like I said, a little bit longer than a typical love seat size. I also love that it does come with all of the pillows. Those are not additional or extra. So if you wanted to add in your own pillows, you could, or if you wanted to use these, I love the way that they look on their own. As far as putting it together, I was so amazed at how not only easy it was to put together, but how strong and durable it really felt. I've never had anything like this. It is so simple. It literally came in 2 boxes. One of them was the cushions, the legs, and the arms, and the other was the base. You literally click everything into place. So right under here, there is a metal plate, and one is attached to the arm, one is attached on the base, and you literally lock them into place, and that is it. It's sturdy, it's good to go, it's simple. So if you live alone and you don't have a lot of people to help you, this would be another great option for you because you don't have to worry about putting a ton of pieces together or it being too difficult. There is a 10% coupon code that I will leave down below for the sofa. So if you are interested in getting the sofa, then definitely use that coupon code to save 10% on your sofa. Also have tons to choose from on their website, including side tables, other couches, and sectionals. If you are interested in using that 10% off coupon, it only works for this couch and sectionals. So if you are interested in getting couches or sectionals, then the coupon code will work. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So this first trend is something that I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of, and it seems like it's going to be continuing on through 2022 and even bigger this year, and that is the color green. Whether it is your kitchen cabinets, accent furniture, or painting on a wall, this color is going to be everywhere. I have seen some darker emerald greens in the kitchen and then some lighter sage greens on some accent walls as far as painting and color goes, but it really is the entire range of the color green. Now, as far as trends, I think this is absolutely amazing and beautiful, but I personally wouldn't want to put something that's trending that's going to possibly go in and out rather quickly in something as permanent as a kitchen. The great thing is if you decided that you wanted to jump on this bandwagon, you could do something like a pillow or even painting a wall, something that you could go back in and change rather easily that wouldn't cost a lot of money, so that way you're still being able to incorporate that beautiful color without it being permanent. You could also incorporate something unique like dishes or glassware. That way, again, you're being able to incorporate that color throughout your home, but without breaking the bank and without it being something large as a piece of furniture. The next design trend for 2022 that we are seeing is unique furniture. Whether it is going to be oddly shaped dining room chairs, more structured pieces, or mixed and matching different pieces of furniture together, this is definitely a trend that I am seeing and I'm hoping will continue in 2022. I personally, in my home, have incorporated some mix and match dining chairs, which I think has brought some really nice texture and dimension by bringing and incorporating in the black wood chairs as well as the gray upholstered end chairs. Now this is really nice as well because you can do this in so many different variations, whether it's a really nice structured restoration hardware end chair or sticking with the same idea and doing something that is wood. This is something that is super versatile that I am seeing that I feel like you can be really creative with as well. I'm also seeing a lot of really unique shaped furniture, especially with the dining tables and chairs. Some people like that really nice, short, stubby, structured, modern look, which I think is really nice and eclectic as well. I think this creates a nice warmth to the area and brings a lot of dimension in and gives a more modern, sleek vibe. I am also a huge lover of the Sherpa and boucle bandwagon. I have literally gotten so many different accessories for my home. I think this is one really nice trend that is not going to be too over the top. So if you want something a little bit more neutral or something that is going to be a little less abrasive, I think this would be a perfect trend for you because they're usually lighter in color and not too extreme in the texture area as well. So for me personally, I have a really nice boucle couch, which I will insert a picture of. I will also link all of these that I have down in the description box down below. I think this is really nice because it, again, is something that's not too over the top and too aggressive, but brings a really nice textural element and lots of dimension to the room. I also love that these leg colors are interchangeable, and if you are not into the boucle material, they have 7 other color variations and texture variations to choose from, as well as 2 leg colors, gold and black. I also have 2 really nice Sherpa ottomans that I was able to score from HomeGoods. I've continued to see these throughout the stores, which is really good because this is something that's going to be very affordable as well. I think these are great for lounging, using as a side table, using underneath a console table, using as extra seating. The list goes on and on, but again, super versatile pieces that even though they're trending, I feel like will be timeless, especially color-wise, that you'll be able to carry out for years to come. Next up, we are talking all about kitchens, and this is something that I am so excited about because I spend a lot of time in the kitchen and I am super excited to see all of these trends coming to life, flourishing, and being full of unique character, including bringing oak back. Now, I feel like they brought it back in a more modern way, and the fact that it's not as light as it used to be. As far as the oak goes, I feel like I've seen a more warm, neutral color oak that is really nice that they're using for custom stains on cabinets in the kitchen, and then pairing it with a really nice black or gold hardware, so it brings in a new modern twist to an old favorite. I've also seen a ton of gray kitchen cabinets, as well as accenting island colors, which is another great way if you wanted to incorporate that green color. You could do that through your kitchen island as well. I've also seen the classic white kitchen cabinets, but having a nice contrasting island in a black color with lots of dimension with different accents of millwork throughout. I also love that if you're going to do something different like a gray cabinet or an oak cabinet, you can also interchange the backsplash of the kitchen, whether it's marble or a classic subway tile, to either elevate and extend that look or minimize it and give it a little bit more of a delicate feel. So depending on the look that you're going for, this is a really nice idea to keep in mind that all of the accents around it, whether it's the backsplash, the bar stools, the lighting, all of those things can either elevate and extend those looks or kind of minimize and make them look a little bit less extreme, which again, all depends on your personality and the look that you're going for. So for example, if you wanted to do an accent island in a black color with white cabinets, maybe you could do something bold like gold lighting, gold fixtures, and gold hardware. And if you wanted to do something like a nice sage or emerald green accent on the cabinets, then you could do something rather simple with the backsplash, the lighting, and the bar stool. And I, of course, will continue to incorporate examples so you guys can have visual interpretations of everything that I'm talking about. And to piggyback on the cabinet trend, we are going to talk all about molding. And this is one of my favorites that I have been incorporating since 2021 that I'm definitely going to be increasing in 2022. And I feel like this is something that can be used in the kitchen, on the islands, all around the kitchen, whether it's the crown molding, baseboards, an accent wall. There are so many different ways to incorporate millwork that just brings such beautiful character to any room and any area. I specifically want to show you a few examples of things that I have done in my home or a project home that have turned out so amazing. It's definitely something that's going to be inexpensive, something that isn't going to break the bank, and something that you can do yourself. This would be a perfect DIY project or starter project if you're looking to get into more in 2022, and something that you don't need a lot of tools for either. Now, there are so many different examples of molding. Like I mentioned before, you can do the crown molding on the walls, you can do the baseboards, you can do molding around the cabinets, molding all around the kitchen island, molding on an accent wall, and I will give you some examples of my favorite. Right now, I am really loving having just a very simplistic molding in a rectangular form on an accent wall in a bedroom, in an office, in a bathroom, or even a living room. But this is something that, again, is going to be timeless. It's something easy you can do yourself, and it's going to look amazing, bringing lots of dimension, height, and a high-end feel to your home. Another great example of molding is using it in the staircase. I feel like this is a really impactful area, something that everyone is going to see, because if you think about it, when you're walking into a home with stairs, that is the first place that your eye is going to go. So doing something, even if it's on the bottom half of it or the entire stairway all the way up, it is something that is going to be amazingly beautiful, classic, and again, really making your home look high-end. Another example of doing this in a DIY version would be to add some molding to your kitchen cabinets if you didn't necessarily want to break the bank and get a whole new set of kitchen doors or cabinets. This way, you're able to keep your existing kitchen cabinets, uplift them, and give them a whole new look and feel, paint them, give them a fresh new coat of color, and save tons of money and bring them new life in your kitchen. I've also seen great DIYs and examples of this using furniture from IKEA, whether you wanted to rehab it, add molding to the front, doors, whatever the case may be. It is something that is going to take your furniture or your area, your walls, to the next level. Next up, we are talking all about wood floors, and this is something that I did almost throughout my entire home that I absolutely am in love with, and I feel like once you go to wood floors, you really never love tile exactly the same. Now, of course, there are so many different variations of blonde or light wood floors and so many different lengths and widths now. Times have really changed, and that's the beauty of it, is that you can really customize this to whatever look you prefer. Now, when I was doing the wood floors in my home, I wanted to make sure that I not only picked an option for me that fit my pre-existing floors, which is really important because there are so many different types of wood floors, whether it's vinyl, engineered hardwood, so on and so forth. And then after that, there are so many different variations with having really long or really wide planks. And again, if you have a bigger room, this is a really good idea because it helps fill it up and give it that nice luxe feel. If you look at the old school version of the wood floors, although they are still beautiful and timeless, I feel like having those wider planks really does make a really big difference. It helps everything look more luxurious, it fills up a really large room, and it pulls everything and makes everything look really well put together. Now, moving on to color, there are again so many different variations to choose from, whether you have real wood floors and you sand them down and restain them, or you get wood floors like engineered hardwood or vinyl floors that you get put down in your home. There are so many different colors to choose from. My suggestion for something like this would definitely be to either buy a pack or get a sample and bring it in your home, because the same wood floor that looks one way in one home will look completely different in yours depending on your lighting. So for example, one of the wood floors that I found that I absolutely loved in the store, once I brought it home, it looked completely different in my home. It pulled a lot more orange and a lot more warm as far as tone, and I didn't like the way that it looked. Now, when I found the floor that I loved, I brought it into my home wondering if it was going to be too light, and in fact, it worked worked perfect with the lighting in my home because our home is a little bit more dimly lit. The same applies to paint color or anything when you're doing decorating. I think the best thing to do is always bring a sample into your home to see what it looks like in your lighting with your wall color and your furniture. I, of course, will link below the exact wood floor we got. I love it. It is an engineered hardwood. It is the second to widest plank available, and it is available at Home Depot online. You can do a pickup in store, and you can also get it from the manufacturer directly. I personally love this wood. I did a lot of due diligence and studying and research to make sure that I found the perfect fit for what we needed. So if you are interested in doing that and you want something really light in color that is affordable, then I will link mine down below for you guys. Now, although light wood floors are super in, I am also seeing a lot of really dark wood floors with really, really light everything else. Furniture, wall color, everything is going to a really light sheer color with that really nice contrast in wood floor. So if this is something that you have had from the past, I definitely think that it is something classic enough to withstand the test of time and still look amazing in your home. If you're looking for a way to revamp and update it, I would recommend maybe changing the wall color to a really nice off-white or white base, and then having lighter furniture so you have that nice contrast and balance in color. Next up, we are talking all about exaggerated proportions, and this is something that I love. I definitely think this is something key in design. Now, exaggerated proportions is something I have been doing so much of that I'm obsessed with and have been researching so much for the year of 2022. My favorite example of this is utilizing vessels and faux stems, whether it's flowers, branches, anything, just making it super oversized and super exaggerated. Again, I'll be inserting pictures so you can see different examples of this in different design styles and different homes. I also love this when it comes to faux trees because I feel like this is something that is going to make it a little bit more affordable for you, but then you can make it exaggerated and over the top by simply making a few changes. I've done a few videos like this in the past with faux trees, so if you're interested in that, I can leave those links below for you as well. But I love doing this because you can get a really expensive tree, even if it's something that the base is broken or old in, and then you can transform it by getting a new vessel, some moss, and you are good to go. You now have a brand new tree that looks nice and elevated, exaggerated proportion because it's going to make it taller and it's going to make it more luxurious and high end. Now, when you're going to make this exaggerated and taller in your vessel, make sure that you get a vessel that's big enough to house not only the faux tree, but leaves it enough room so you can stack books or boxes underneath in order to give it some height and exaggeration. Then when the vessel is full with the new faux tree and the boxes or books that you're stacking it on, you can put some plastic bags, a little bit of faux moss, which you can find anywhere like at home, Michael's, Joann's, and even online at Amazon. Mix it up and make it creative with whatever colors you want, and voila, you are done and you have a nice, beautiful looking tree that is not going to break the bank. I have also found some really good faux stems, especially recently at Hobby Lobby, and these you can transform by housing them in a beautiful vessel that is either something you've DIY'd or something you found at Home Goods, Target, anywhere like that, and you can give it a nice exaggerated feel and a high-end feel without breaking the bank. This also works extremely well if you have a really nice, big, large open room. This is kind of giving it a focal point and something for you to look at when you walk into the room. And I've done this in my kitchen because we have an open floor plan. So I was able to utilize a vessel that I had, find some nice faux stems, and exaggerate them with a little bit of paper in the bottom to give it height and give it really nice width as well. This filled the countertop and fills the room. So when you walk into the room, this is the first thing that you see. Next up, we are talking all about pedestals, and these are great because they come in so many different forms: vintage, antique, new, modern, rustic. They come in different textures like marble and wood, and they are so easily utilized in so many different rooms. I'm going to show you a few examples of pictures that I've seen online. I would love to be able to incorporate a really large marble piece in a dining room, in an office, or a really nice wall that isn't too oversized that needs some nice height. I feel like this is something that has been around for a while, but it's really becoming popular and is going to continue to grow in the year 2022. I also think these are great because they are so versatile and go with so many different design styles. You can really make this look luxe and high-end and very traditional using nice marble pedestals, and you can also make it look very nice and rustic by using something more traditional, more warm like wood. You can also showcase anything you want on top of it, whether it's a vessel, floral arrangement. It really gives you that creative ability to create something that is uniquely yours. Last but certainly not least, we are talking about semi-permanent. This is something that is really trending and is going to definitely bleed into 2022. And I love this because it is great for those people that are renting, those people that are in apartments, or those people that just don't want to make or commit to a permanent change in their home. I also love that the companies are getting on board with this and are backing this idea. They are coming out with so many different non-permanent ideas like wallpaper and using command hooks to hang all sorts of things like pictures and even molding to create those nice walls full of millwork without it being permanent or damaging. One of my favorites that's definitely going to be a huge trend for 2022 is the backsplash. This is definitely great for those DIY people that love to do things themselves or simply don't have the products on hand or the tools in order to cut the backsplash and put it up themselves. This is going to streamline the process, make everything so much easier, and of course, make it more affordable. And if you're a lover of command hooks, I have seen some really unique ways of them utilizing them and them also coming out with more variations for you to use throughout your home to make everything beautiful but not permanent. Another great example of this is hanging curtains. I have seen people utilize the really heavy-duty command hooks in order to hold up the rod and put a curtain up so that they don't have to worry about drilling holes in the walls, whether it's an apartment or just a temporary place. It is a really great idea, and again, something simple for you to DIY. I think this would also be great if you are looking into doing millwork, but you don't want to have that commitment. You could use the command hook on the back of the wood, put it into place, and make sure that you love it before you commit to it. This makes everything so much easier and a little less stressful, especially when it comes to decorating. One of my favorite hacks to doing this, I used this past Christmas, and that was to hang a wreath on top of a canvas, and I used it doing a command hook on the wall, so I let it drape and have that really nice effect, but again, the cleanup was so easy because it wasn't permanent. You could also utilize these in decor, whether you're hanging a wreath, hanging garland for the holidays. These come in handy in so many different ways. I'll link some of my favorites down below. All right, you guys, that is going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, I will link everything I can in the description box down below. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that post notification bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload new videos. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.